friends, I am Dr. Kuldeep Mohadikar. In this video, I will be presenting my 14th chapter that will be related to or entitled as Shakespeare's English Historical Plays. So friends, the chronicle play of Shakespeare's or Shakespeare's historical plays grew out of the moralities in the first half of the 16th century. It is a strictly national form of drama, owing little to alien inspiration, though it began by following a classical model. The university wits were the first of the Elizabethans to popularize it. Peel with Edward I, Marlowe with his Edward II, and Green with his James IV. It was natural, therefore, that Shakespeare should follow the same, for he was writing for a theatre that depended for its success on meeting the popular test. So we will see the classification. Apart from his minor historical plays, Shakespeare has left us 6 full-length portraits of English kings. Professor Dowden says that they fall into 2 groups: King John, Richard II, and Henry VI. They are the studies of kingly weakness. Henry IV, Henry V, and Richard III, studies of kingly strength. Here we may recognize the one dominant subject of the histories: how a man may fall and how a man may succeed in attaining a practical mastery of the world. Then we will see their technique. A plot. The aim of Shakespeare, as of the other Elizabethan dramatists in writing historical plays, was to represent as many as possible of the famous event of a single rule or reign. He might develop minor characters or the minor figures, not all prominent in his original. He might even add new figures, but he must in the main follow history. It is in the non-historical scenes like those devoted to Falstaff and his companions that we see the dramatist's genius at its richest and most prodigal. And then we will see the characterization in the Shakespearean historical plays, or it is also called as chronicle plays. The main subject of the historical plays was character and motive as factors in history, illustrated in a series of historical episodes. The central personage of the play is studied closely and intimately in all his aspects: as a ruler, as a soldier, a lover, a husband, a father, a friend, or an enemy. And more than once we are shown him as troubled, lonely human being, bent at times by the weight of the responsibilities he has to bear. Then we will see how there is a difference between historic and tragedies. Dowden has pointed out the fundamental difference between the English historical plays and the major tragedies. In the first, the theme is success or failure in attaining practical objectives in the material world. In the tragedies, the problem and the goal are of the spiritual order. It is a life of the soul, not the power of a state or a dynasty, that is to be upheld and perfected. What are the Shakespeare sources for his historical plays? The material for Shakespeare's historical plays was derived in the main from the chronicles of Raphael Holinshed, published in 1577, though he also consulted 2 other chronicles, that is Edward Hall and John Stow. Here it is necessary to point out that the Shakespeare's occasional departure from historical fact are not seriously misleading. So this was all about from my side on Shakespeare's historical plays, friends. Thanks.